Hello, it's Black Eagle here, and welcome to my very first behind the scenes look at how I create the music that I create within Audacity. In this video you will see how I record the rhythm and how I improvise with the lead. And you will also see how I add the effects to create that Black Eagle essence of the atmospheric, spacious feel. So, thank you for watching and subscribing and liking. Feel free to comment, feel free to like some more, subscribe some more, tell your friends about me, whatever you like to do. Once again, thank you for supporting me and my music. So this is how I create most of my music. I open up Audacity. Usually I bring this down to about 7 or so. I usually keep this about right there. And I'm just going to use the shortcut here, the spacebar R to record, and I'll just record. For this little behind the scenes, I'm just going to do the song A Long Time, which is the first track off my first album. So I'm just going to kind of do like a quick playthrough on that, and then I'll kind of show you how I create that, essential Black Eagle signature, like echoey, spiritual kind of essence. So let's just go on. And then I usually go ahead and preview the track before I even edit it, so I know how it sounds, and so it's not too amplified to the point where it's hard of not hard of hearing, but where it hurts the ears if you put your earbuds in, which is what I do. So let's go ahead and just, if it'll do anything, there we go. And when I record, I just record straight into the computer mic, and it comes out pretty clean, actually. And then I usually go ahead and edit some of it, so it's not too far spread out. Let's try that. Yeah, that sounds pretty good for that. So let's cut that out. And I like to give it like a nice fade out effect with most of mine. So usually I go to adjustable fade, but I'm gonna do a crossfade out first, and then I'm gonna go ahead and kind of add that adjustable. And the thing with me is I like to add the fades first with the original track, and then I'll go and duplicate it so I don't have to fade out everything else later, which I discovered by accident, but oh well. When you're out, Okay. Now, there we go. And I'll keep that just kind of the way it is. And I usually duplicate it. Duplicate that. And what I usually do is I'll take the middle track and I'll give it like a nice reverb kind of effect. With the original version of this song, I didn't really give it that reverb effect, so it didn't have that full-on kind of essence that it's gonna get with what I'm doing now. But I'm just kind of doing the behind the scenes of how I do most of my music now, as compared to how it used to be done when I used to do this. So let's preview this. That sounds pretty good. Leave it like that. And then I usually like to take the other one, so I'm going to give this an equalization that I had created myself called Fade. And let's preview that. Sounds pretty good. I'm going to do that to both sides, and then I'm going to add a little bit more to make them sound a little different. To kind of get that extra, like, you know, oomph that it needs. Okay. This one, I'm going to bring this one 60% there. And then 40 to about there. Effects, echo, about 3, 2, preview. There, and it kind of gets that like extra spacey like atmospheric kind of quality, which most of my music has, because the name Black Eagle, you'd think like kind of soaring in the air, kind of, you know, atmospheric anyways. So that's why I give most of my songs the sound that they have, because so it kind of gives that extra spiritual-esque, spacey, atmospheric kind of feel to it. Echo this. I'm gonna bring this up a little more with the echo. Too much. Well, try that. Sounds pretty good. Okay, now let's listen to it, how it sounds now. Another thing I like to do a lot nowadays is I like to slow it down too sometimes. So I think I'm going to export this behind the scenes. Save. Okay. And then what I'm going to show you now is kind of the fun, because that's usually what it comes out to sound like. Usually I just give it kind of some echo kind of stuff, and I kind of space it out with the left and the right channels, so I kind of give it like a full kind of effect kind of thing. And I'm going to go ahead, close those out, go ahead and open that back up, if I can find you, behind the scenes. So there, now I have that. No. The other thing I like to do too is I'll add some lead to it. So let's see what I have for lead here. let's see what I can do with this. Now, what I'm doing now is kind of improv, and I do a lot of improv in my stuff, so this is still kind of a behind the scenes of how I do my improv and all that kind of stuff. Let's try this. So I'm gonna play. Wait. So I kind of just mess around like that. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and kind of get a little recording for that too. So let's. So I usually do that kind of thing, and then I go back in again. So this is, this is pretty. Once you get the hang of this kind of stuff, it's pretty simple. Like, lead, the single notes like I was just doing, and those are A minor notes. Because when you actually it's all kind of, that's all in the key of A minor, because it's kind of pretty simple. I mean, it sounds epic when you actually listen to the whole thing together, but so let's actually listen to this. Now I'm gonna give this kind of the same kind of feel. So I want to duplicate that. But not too much where it's overtaking the rhythm. So I'm gonna go ahead here. Actually, what I'm gonna do first is bring that down by about. Let's listen to that and see how this. Okay, so to finish this off, I am gonna go ahead and kind of. So I've already gone ahead and kind of done the fade out with this. So let's just kind of listen to this, how it sounds now. Well, that's sounding really, really good with the weed too. Alright, so with that pretty much done, now I'm just going to go ahead, duplicate that, effect, reverb, preview. Okay, now let's listen to this again. sounds amazing to me. Now I'm going to export that behind the scenes to save. So really getting this essence of both rhythm and lead together gives it a much fuller effect instead of just having rhythm. Because if it was just rhythm, it'd be a little boring with just rhythm. And that's what most of my first album was just rhythm. There's no lead or really anything like that. And then with the second album, there wasn't that much lead. And with the third album, there's a lot more. There's really a lot of lead in this third one. Because if you've listened to songs like Ride the Railway, that's a very westerny kind of. And then while it's doing that, it's. That kind of essence. So that's pretty much how I do most of the stuff I do. I just kind of save it and kind of do all that stuff. So that's kind of like the end result. That's just kind of what it sounds like at the end. Is this. That's usually how it kind of comes out. So that's kind of all saved. So thank you for watching, and I will talk to you guys later.